I'm live, baby. Talk to me. Oh. Yeah. No, I always just start it on me. Yeah, good thing. I like to do that. Because I'm good to go.
How long you been?
40 seconds. Why? Oh, didn't you said start it up? I sent it. I didn't. What did you say? Okay, now they can. Hi guys. Hello. Oh, we got a subby. Thank you, Crow Show. I am just getting my my TikTok going, but we have an exciting stream today. A super exciting stream because we got some. Oh, this is low battery. I have a charger right there.
Where do you have a charger?
Oh, you see it? On the plug. Yeah.
This doesn't take this.
Oh.
You've only been using it for how long?
I can get you one though. Oh.
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
This one too.
No, I got it. But how we been doing?
Oh, Croc, thank you for another gifted. Let me just turn off the music so AB can hear what's going on too. And I won't need this. So yes, you guys.
Let me. All right, guys. We got something exciting. We got an upgrade to Lena's stream, so
I see you though.
it's okay. Initially, it was meant to be for my stream, but I figured it'd be better for Lena's because Lena has been killing it on stream. I thought it was time for her to have some kind of unique thing, like I have the fog. All right, you guys ready?
No, wait, I'm not ready. Let me put this.
Man, TikTok. Who cares about TikTok?
I care about TikTok.
Man, Lena says wait for the TikTok people. She don't know how to make YouTube clips. We just ruined the YouTube clip.
No, do the preamble again.
Just edit me out. Edit the space in between.
Oh, gotcha.
Between you interrupting and doing it. Okay, so you guys ready?
Yeah.
Here you go. We are unveiling.
Yeah.
Maybe the first stream cannon IRL, baby. Look at this. We had an engineer build this bad boy. Our boy Luke. Check it out. So this looks sus. Yeah, it does. It is a little sus looking. It is a little sus looking. The LED lights were my addition, but so what it will do, I'm gonna test it out right now. We're gonna see if it works.
Yeah.
So, cause you guys be watching like some scary shit on here, and everyone loves Lena's reactions. So what we're gonna do is now this is gonna be chat activated, where it will shoot air at Lena, whenever 10 or more subs are gifted. So we don't scare it too much, not too often, but let's try it.
This is so cool. You guys have a freaking cannon.
That's mean. She's the one that wanted it.
No, I love this.
Let's try it. All right. You ready? You ready for the first test?
Yes.
So, guys, clip this. Oh, it's 10 subs at $60. Holy shit. I guess so. Okay, here we go. Okay, so let's see if it works. Wait for the purchase to go through.
Oh,
That's not instant. There we go. It worked. It was a success. That was a little harder than I thought. That was a little bit more pressure than I thought.
That was insane.
Okay.
my god, I love it. I love it so much.
So when you guys are deep into something, we'll see. So, and also it happens at different intervals. So it could happen like right at the moment of the 10 gifted. It could happen a few minutes later. Need confetti? Confetti is too much.
But it does take confetti. It does.
Yeah, but that's a pain.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, there it is. Back to your usual scheduled program.
Woot! How exciting is that? I have a cannon on my stream. Woo!
We gotta put the camera back now.
Yes. Thank you. Can it be a bubble blower? No, I don't think so. That would be so cool though. Are those the lights from the floor? Oh no. AB tripped on like this uplighting thing, not from not these are just some strip lights. Croc, thank you for 100 biddies. Only pro streamers have cannons? Of course, Josh. You're looking at one. And then recently I just did an upgrade where I have like a monitor stand and 2 displays. No more looking up at my TV. And now I got freaking stream cannon. Thank you, Fika, for the clip. You see TikTok? I have a stream cannon. It blows out air and it can also blow out confetti and other stuff too. I just gotta shove it in there. How cool is that? I'm just so excited, you guys. I feel like we have so many exciting streams to come. Let me just get this powered up now. Here from TikTok, welcome, still existing. You guys have been doing awesome on stream lately. Thank you so much. Relicon, thank you for the Prime subby. You guys can, oh, you can't see it because of that. Okay, perfect. Imagine playing a horror game. Oh my God, yeah. When I was playing like horror games on EB stream, like even the text to speech, excuse me, would always get me. Yes, Katafi, we got a scare cannon. It fires up, it blows air, and also you can put confetti in it too. But I don't know about confetti yet because last time we did confetti, like we're literally still finding pieces of confetti everywhere. Here from TikTok. Wow, the TikTokers are coming through today. Okay. So, I am pulling up the Discord because let me just link that there. And then that's where I'm gonna pull up what we are watching today. If you have any ideas, you can put them in the suggestions channel in Discord. Save confetti for a special occasion. Oh, for sure. I'm definitely going to use it for confetti one day, but it's gonna have to be something big. Okay, Discord, where are you at? Oh, you guys didn't get the, you'll probably be getting it any minute now. I just started not that long ago. Linda, welcome from TikTok. Shock chair win, Lena. Oh, we got some other ideas coming along, you guys. We're getting really funky with it. Hi, Tori. I love you too. Oh yeah, suggestions is where I'm going in the Starkiller Discord. And let's do this one. This one seems interesting. The freakishly odd unsolved disappearance of Nan Dixon from Explore With Us. You're just finding ways to torture yourself? I love the thrill. I don't know what to say. Can you guys believe I used to not go on roller coasters? I used to be so scared. Martial arts, welcome here from TikTok. So yeah, I would go to like Cedar Point, which is this amazing theme park, amusement park with my friends, and like on school trips and stuff, we'd wait like some of the rides, the top rides would take like 2 to 2.5 hours to get on. I'd wait in line all that time with them, and then when it's finally our turn to get on the ride, I just get off. I go to the exit. And that's so, like, I can't believe I just never, until AB helped me overcome my fear of rides, and now I love them. Yeah, the lines can really suck sometimes. Like, you wait 2.5 hours, and then the ride is like 15 seconds. Anyways. The freakishly odd, unsolved disappearance of Nan Dixon. Z-Dub, thank you for the subby. Okay, I am just getting this started up. Good, you can still see the can. And then let's do it. Put some headphones on because poor AB. C-Dubs, thank you for another gifted. Okay. Perfect. Okay, let's get started. Hi, Tony. I hope your day was good too. So yes, let's get started. Again, this is, oh, let me adjust this. Perfect. This is The Freakishly Odd Unsolved Disappearance of Nan Dixon, a true story and missing persons case. And it's only 40 minutes. Beard and Chair, thank you for the gifted.
Guys, today we have a major update to a case that you guys have requested a lot. We took a long time and it's been a little while because we have been digging into some serious case files, stuff about this case that you've never heard before.
Never before released.
Never before released information, guys. We are going to get into it. We should get into it now. You ready?
On September 22nd, 1978, Nan Dixon left her home in Grass Valley, California, and completely vanished into the middle of nowhere. To this day, she was never seen again. Again, you guys, this story has a ton of extremely important information that has never...
Oh, wait a second. Let me turn up the volume. You guys are right. Okay, I'm going to start this over. This should be better.
What is up, Evil Crew? All right, you guys, today we have a major update to a case that you guys have requested a lot. We took a long time and it's been a little while because we have been digging into some serious case files, stuff about this case that you've never heard before.
Never before released.
Never before released information, guys. We are going to get into it. We should get into it now. You ready?
On September 22nd, 1978, Nan Dixon left her home in Grass Valley, California, and completely vanished into the middle of nowhere. To this day, she was never seen again. Again, you guys, this story has a ton of extremely important information that has never been released, so you're gonna want to watch until the very end.
Yes, guys, we have our own, when you say we have our very own theory as to what happened, and nobody ever mentions this theory. No. I think it's our theory on what happened.
Exclusive theory.
Exactly, and we're gonna tell you why.
So are these Explore With Us people? Do they make all these videos? I know you guys are experts on this channel, so I'm curious.
We think the other theories regarding this case are wrong. So here is what we know about the case, and these are the facts. Let's go.
On Friday, September 22nd, 1978, at 10:30 a.m., Nan called her daughter-in-law to let her know she was heading out to Lovelock, Nevada for the weekend to visit her brother, Harry. According to Nan's daughter-in-law, her voice tone seemed tense and cold for some reason.
That's kind of an interesting, don't you think?
Yeah, that's kind of weird. She said it haunted her.
How do you decide someone's tense and cold?
I don't know. Just a day before this phone call, Nan visited her brother Dan in Auburn to figure out how to get to Harry's mine in the middle of nowhere. She had never been there before, so Dan drew her a map by hand showing her how to get there.
As she prepared to leave for her trip that Friday, her close neighbor was watching in her yard just a short distance from Nan's car. She noted that there was an argument between Nan and her husband Bob, as she had begged Bob to come along with her on her trip, but he refused. Could you imagine having that neighbor?
Yeah, I know, just watching.
The neighbor is sitting out there just watching. Do you guys have that?
And this, yeah, of course, we all have neighbors like that. Especially back home in Dearborn, all my neighbors are like that. But in this case, it sounds like it's going to be pretty helpful because he was able to be an eyewitness. Did Bob do something to Nan?
That neighbor just sitting there watching you guys? I mean, that's kind of weird.
Alana says never trust a Bob, only a Dave.
From your yard, a few feet away.
That'd be a little
just
sketchy.
Standing there awkward.
Yeah, they have
staring at you. Think about that.
Hey, look, there's Jenny again. Smile and wave, boys.
That would be so weird. The neighbor also noticed that Nan didn't take tons of gifts and home-baked goodies as she usually would on all of her trips this time. She only brought her small blue overnight case and her husband's small handgun.
So
Ah.
that neighbor was really watching.
Yeah, everything
She literally saw. I mean, could you imagine her? She's like sitting there staring at you.
I know, maybe she's a suspect.
Oh my God.
Is she a suspect?
I'm starting to wonder. All right, so let's get into what we know as a fact. Is right before she vanished, we know for a fact. And let's get into it. You ready? So Nan
Yes, we
left.
are ready. Also, Larry, it was really cool seeing you guys all on Discord and putting like a face to all the names. That was fun.
From Grass Valley on this 22nd, 1978, you guys already know that, and stopped to get dinner in Boomtown, just outside of Reno, which means she would have been traveling during the evening because she stopped to get dinner. She was a big fan of this place, I
Yes, she
think,
loved
right?
Boomtown. She loved gambling at
Yeah.
Boomtown. Nan arrived in Lovelock and purchased gas from the Keith Turk Texaco service station on the same evening. And this service station no longer exists.
Yeah, we actually searched for this service station. We've been extensively trying to figure out where in the heck this place was because we wanted to take you guys there, but
Yeah.
it's gone. If anybody knows where this place is, let us know because we'd like to go see it, but I think it's been wiped out. I think it's gone. Before we continue on, we have to give you these vital statistics. It may not make sense right now to know this information, but you need to know it for later in the story because you're going to be like, okay, that makes sense. All right, let's get in. So Nan, she was 72 years old and only weighed 118 pounds when she went on her
wow.
trip. She had suffered from a variety of health issues. She had extensive osteoporosis, arthritis in her spine and joints, and had described her back giving out on her in her letters. She was also an occasional
Her
smoker.
captions?
Overall, she was not in the best health. This is really
Yeah.
important to you
Yes.
guys. I promise you'll be like, ooh, why did they tell me that? You'll know later.
So after she got gas in Lovelock, she completely vanished. She was never seen again. But there was one rumor that we have to address that was surrounding her disappearance.
Yeah, there's a lot of rumors, but let's get to these ones, and I think we have some information.
Oh my God, do they ever find out what happened to Nan? Is it one of those
that might
stories?
change your opinion on them.
So the very first rumor, there was a teenager named Ronald working at the Two Stiffs gas station in Lovelock, Nevada.
Two Stiffs. That's a pretty. Have you ever heard of a gas station named Two Stiffs?
No, it's kind of
It's an
weird.
interesting gas station name for this situation, isn't it? So according to Ronald, this is his exact statement that he gave to the police. Guys, I'm telling you, we dug deep. We got the information for you. We really went into investigative mode on this one. We have his exact statement to police. Are you guys ready for this? Let's do it. In the summer of 1979, in my senior year, he was in high school, I was working at the Two Stiffs gas station in Lovelock, Nevada, when at approximately 11:30, a lady in her mid-50s, early 60s, came into the station and began telling me a story about how I would be the last person to see her and that someone was looking for her. She also kept trying to hand me money and jewelry. I ended up keeping a ring she wouldn't take back that has been lost, I was informed. I also don't remember if the lady was on foot or in a vehicle. How many of these cases that we've talked about where we saw someone would come in and tell somebody, hey, I'm in trouble, and they're just like, oh yeah, whatever, see you later. She just seemed weird. I mean, no, he
Yeah.
didn't stop to go like, hey, what's wrong? Someone's chasing you? Can I help you?
Oh, whenever they say "What's up, Ewu crew," I hear this guy's voice. Is he the narrator? Is this his channel?
I don't
Well,
know.
what
And how
the-
did the ring get into his hands?
Yeah,
She like
the ring.
shoved it and was like,
Yes.
no, don't give it back.
Yeah, exactly. She wouldn't take it back. So let's talk about why we are dismissing this one.
Yeah.
Okay, we're because
Oh,
this
he's
is
the guy. This
BS.
is him?
We think this is
Oh.
BS, and here's the reason why.
Well, first of all, this was in 1979. That was a year after Nan disappeared.
Yep, that's a problem.
Also, in some of these case files, they said this likely happened in July,
reason.
wrong month and wrong year, right?
Yes. Another problem is Nan was in her 70s, not 50s nor 60s. She was 70 years old. That's another issue with this.
Yeah, and even Nan's family said this isn't really lining up with when Nan disappeared. This is not lining up.
And then why would she go to the Two Stiffs gas station if she had just gone to the Texaco's gas station, which we know she was at because we had a receipt that she had actually been there?
Yeah, exactly. Why would she go to two gas stations?
Yeah, that makes absolutely no sense.
Also, in the case files, this ring, it switches between being a ring and a bracelet, and it just doesn't seem credible.
Yeah,
at
her
all.
hair is really pretty.
That's a problem. Well, yeah, if you're saying it's a ring and then it's a bracelet and it's back and forth.
Yeah, it's
So
going
now
from
I
a
guess
ring to a
we're
bracelet.
just exploring theories as to what happened to Nan.
Yeah, so
and-
we have to that's why we're dismissing the Two Stiffs story. I'm telling you guys, that's
Slam.
bogus. I
And
would just
also,
write
they
that
did
off.
show the bracelet to Nan's husband, and he said that's not hers.
Exactly, that's true. But another brother said, "Oh, he wouldn't. Bob's a drunk. He wouldn't know it. You
Yeah,
know, he's
so
an
nobody
invalid.
knows-
He wouldn't know it. What the heck jewelry she even wore?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why we are dismissing that whole entire theory, or what would you call it? A theory or
Encounter.
yeah, encounter.
So no one found any trace trace of Nan for the following 4 years until Thanksgiving morning, 1982. On Thanksgiving morning in 1982, a man named Jim was out in the middle of nowhere hunting coyotes. After leaving the paved road, deep down in a gully, he spotted a car and he couldn't believe it.
Yeah, and I have to say, we were just out there, guys, and this location where they found her vehicle is super remote. We were out there, we searched for 2 days just last week. We're not done searching for Nan, guys, and we think we know where to find her, and we're gonna keep looking until we do. But this was
Them? These two?
literally in the middle of freaking nowhere. He walked around the car and found an empty 6-pack of Coke bottles lying there, and a telephone book and some pieces of plastic that looked like they might have been a bag or something of that nature. He noted that it looked like it had been sitting there for about 3 years and that someone had driven it and gotten stuck. Now this is a very, very important piece to me because everything you read online doesn't say this.
No. Then this was right in between her brother's mine and Lovelock. This was right in between on a totally kind of like off path.
And this is an exact statement that he gave. So this is not just something that is hearsay. This is a statement he gave to the actual investigator.
Oh,
Popped
Nova,
the
thank
hood,
you.
and on top there was a huge pack rat nest. Like that's how long that car had been sitting there that the pack rats had like taken over.
Yeah.
Jim looked everywhere and he couldn't find the registration, so he figured it was abandoned and he wanted to claim it.
Wow.
So-
So just, hey, there's a car down there. That's mine now.
Yep.
I'm gonna take it. It looks like a nice car. So he went back to the town in Lovelock, Nevada, and got his locksmith friend. This guy knows some pretty,
He knows
interesting
the
people.
locksmiths.
The locksmith? All right. They began to try to extricate the vehicle and noticed it seemed that the clutch was burnt. They figured it was because someone got it stuck in the sand and decided to forget it. So this is interesting. This is something else.
Yeah, you're right there. They do act like they solved the case from their living room. They're talking like they solved this.
You won't go to Charlie Project, go to all the missing person cases on Nan's disappearance. They don't tell you this.
No.
They act like the car was just parked in the sand.
Or dumped there.
Or dumped
Oh, this
there.
was
But
their
clearly
first
this
case.
guy's
Okay.
saying that, and this is the guy who found the car. This is his actual statement. I know I've said that.
Are you guys thinking what I'm thinking? Oh, she does. That girl has such beautiful hair, and she's so beautiful herself too. However, it's not the juice we're looking for. We need some more serious stuff. What? Yep, need a juicer true crime vid. That's true. That was Explore With Us, by the way, guys. This video's from 3 years ago, so maybe it's when they were getting started. Okay. Oh, I'm looking for one that's not like too long. A lot of you suggested Stephen McDaniel. This one's only 40 minutes, though.
When forensic health professionals
Yeah.
Got to stay. We'll be most likely streaming together by the end of the night.
Yes.
I'm just finishing up some work for the next hour or so.
Also, thank you, Shorty. This new setup looks so nice. Thank you.
Thank you, Shouty.
evaluate stocking, 4 essential items are taken into consideration.
Okay, so. Hold up. This is the bizarre case of Stephen McDaniel.
The nature of the relationship between the stalker and the victim, the stalker's motivations, the psychological, psychopathological, and social realities of the stalker, and the psychological and social vulnerabilities of the victim. The subject of this
Oh,
episode
we got a stalker case. I don't think we've had one of these before.
is 25-year-old Stephen McDaniel, and to gain a deeper understanding of the foregoing components, we have to extract certain elements through the knowledge of hindsight. The evolution of technology over the past 2 decades has made forensic investigations considerably more efficient. 2 of the items on this list can now be examined through a single component, which would otherwise take forensics weeks or even months to conduct in a previous era. And that component is the internet, or more specifically, internet search history. The disclosure of web browser data is often a crucial piece of evidence for building a case, as it can unveil many
Ooh, you guys are saying this is the top 3 JCS style debate.
aspects of a suspect's personality that would otherwise be kept hidden. And this is sometimes far more effective than anything else presented in court, including information extracted during a full confession. Without going into specific detail, a large majority of the subject's time was spent watching porn that surrounded the theme of violence and torture. He would also conduct back-to-back searches of how to commit sexual assault, and would type in several variations of the phrase, "how to molest sleeping girl." To forensics,
oh my God.
this
like how Casey Anthony freaking searched how to suffocate someone. So stupid.
is an overt sign of desensitization to sexual activity. Excessive exposure to online pornography can have this effect over time. It can build up a tolerance to the traditional idea of sex, therefore the subject may continue a more potent form of stimuli to get the same rush. For Stephen McDaniel, this began with watching abstract material on the internet and eventually led him to planning and then carrying out what he saw on screen. His target was 24-year-old Lauren Giddings, his next-door neighbor of
Please
3
tell me she
years.
survived.
And this takes us to item 4 of the forensic checklist. With respect to social vulnerabilities, the victim essentially had none. Lauren was outgoing and extremely popular. She was a well-liked member of her community and had a strong social support system. With relation to psychological vulnerabilities, the term perceptual naivety would potentially come to light during a forensic investigation. Stephen had
Yeah, what does he mean abstract material? I was wondering that too.
asked her out on a date within 6 months of their acquaintance, which was reportedly only the second time they had ever spoke. Lauren declined, but stated she would like to remain friends, which was only her being courteous and trying to soften the blow of
Wow.
rejection. She would later tell her
Imagine rejecting someone and they come for you like this. Also, Parallel Lion, thank you for the idea. If you can please put it in Discord, so I don't forget.
actual friends that Stephen made her feel extremely uneasy and was uncomfortable to be around. It may have seemed like a non-essential observation at the time, but in hindsight, it appears that her instinctive senses were trying to tell her something. Lauren had told her friends multiple times that she felt someone had been inside her apartment, and she also started getting an eerie vibe when she came back alone, especially late at night. It was as though she could sense something wasn't right, and she even thought about moving multiple times, but unfortunately never went through with it. The reality was that Stephen McDaniel had stolen a master's key from a security guard and let himself into her apartment and looked around on several occasions. He also started
That is so messed up. Like, imagine someone coming into your place. Like, that is just so violating. That is so awful.
filming her when she would leave and return to her apartment during all hours of the day. Had Lauren been in this situation before, or even knew anyone that had, she may have trusted her intuition and unknowingly saved herself
Baby,
from
can
a
you give me a
tragic
tissue?
fate. But that's the key word: trust. She had no proof of the danger she was in, only conviction, which unfortunately wasn't strong enough when it was most needed.
This is him filming? Oh my God, I'm shaking. That is so creepy. And she does. She dies. They said it. She gets murdered. I really was hoping it was just like a stalker case and that's it. It's so creepy when they show actual footage.
Stephen McDaniel snuck into Lauren's apartment once more, only this time she was sleeping inside. As he crept into her bedroom, she awoke and immediately panicked once she saw the intruder. McDaniel then pounced on top of her and proceeded to strangle her for roughly 15 minutes. Lauren put up a courageous fight and clawed at her attacker's face and chest, but she was eventually overpowered and died of asphyxiation. After the murder, Stephen dismembered Lauren's body
my
in the
God,
bathtub
what is
with a
he?
hacksaw.
What the hell? Like the Night Stalker?
He cut his victim into 5 pieces, placed each piece in a trash bag, and then disposed of each of them in separate trash cans around campus. 3 days later, Lauren's concerned friends would arrive at her apartment and let themselves in with a spare key. McDaniel would notice
Oh
from
my
his
God.
window and invited himself inside as he offered to help. All of her belongings were still inside, including her cell phone, driver's license, and passport. A missing persons report was filed that night. A search party commenced the next morning, and police would
And
discover
they
the
found
victim.
pieces of her everywhere.
Victim's torso at 9:40 a.m. It was placed in a trash can next to the apartment complex. The rest of the victim's remains were never recovered. The investigation was then switched from a missing person to murder. Police canvassed the surrounding area and began conducting interviews with neighbors and
Was
classmates,
she in college? Is that what they said?
one of whom was Stephen McDaniel. But he was first interviewed by the local news, and at the time was unaware that part of the victim's remains had been discovered.
We're just trying to find out where she is at this point. I mean, no one has.
What a piece of shit. He went on the news to talk about it. Oh my God.
Seen her since Saturday. I mean, the last time anyone heard from her was an email that she sent out, and I mean, no one's heard from her since.
What kind of person was she? I mean, what did you see?
I mean, she's as nice as can be. I mean, very personable, very
What a
much
piece of shit. Oh my God, it's bothering me so much.
a people person.
Do you know anybody any enemies she might have had? Somebody that might want to hurt her?
No, we just don't know where she is.
What about in the parking lot area? I know they've been doing a lot of. I think that's where they have recovered the body or whatever they recovered from there.
Body?
Had you seen anything there? Had you seen anything there? I mean, we don't know if this is the same person. You know what I mean? Like, they took out a body there earlier. We don't know if it's the same person or not. So that's how we're trying to ask people if they know who lived there. Are you okay, sir?
I think I need to sit down.
Okay.
Oh my God. Oh, so he didn't know that she was found? Like, he's surprised that they found her? What an idiot. You guys are right. Literally, these murderers always think they're smarter than everybody.
This is most likely a genuine reaction disguised as another. He is most likely feeling a sense of fear and shock over the fact a substantial piece of evidence has been discovered, yet he plays it off as a feeling of sorrow over the loss of his supposed friend.
I don't know anyone that would want to hurt her. She was as nice a person as there is.
Oh, shut up. Oh my God, I can't wait till they catch him.
Was she moving soon? Did you know anything about her?
Yeah. She was going to be moving out today. Why would anyone do this? Maybe I could have helped. I mean, they went in. We looked around the place. No sign of a struggle. No sign that anyone had broken in. Just nothing.
He was interviewed by police at 11:50 a.m. and offered to help in any way he could, yet came across as fidgety and apprehensive the entire time. There were 2 highlighted moments of the interview. The first was when Stephen asserted that he was a virgin, saving himself for marriage. The second was when the detective discovered scratch marks on his face and stomach, which he asserted were done by himself in his sleep.
On his face and stomach. That's very fitting.
At that point, unknowingly became the prime suspect and was asked if police could search his apartment. Stephen reluctantly accepted and was then transported back to the complex with 4 other investigators. While searching his apartment, they discovered a collection of swords, guns, toilet rolls, stockpiled provisions as if he was expecting an apocalyptic event, and a mask made out of women's underwear. The most significant discovery, however, was a pack of condoms. Stephen was asked why he would have such an item in his possession if he was staying celibate before marriage, at which point he miraculously confessed to stealing them from another apartment. This gave the detectives probable cause for arrest, and Stephen was placed in handcuffs and brought back to the police station. His interrogation began just after 11 p.m.
All right. I just gotta ask you a few questions. You came down earlier tonight, me and you talked, all right? You don't have any weapons on you, do you?
No.
That's just you walk. What's wrong? You know I'm Detective Patterson, right?
Yes.
Do you remember? Put your hands up here. You remember us talking
Yes.
earlier tonight, right?
Yes.
You remember me earlier in the day?
Yes.
When we came down here and talked a little bit and then we left?
Yes.
Okay.
The monotone dialogue and lifeless demeanor you see here reportedly started on the drive back to the police station, and the suspect's conduct throughout the entire procedure is not only mystifying, but almost impressive. This is one of the most extraordinary pieces of interrogation footage to ever reach the public domain.
I need to know about this girl right here. You know her?
Yes.
Who is that?
Lauren Giddings.
Does she live next door to you?
Yes.
When's the last time you seen her?
2 or 3 weeks ago.
Okay. Was you friends with Lauren?
Yes.
Look at me when you talk to me, son. Okay?
The suspect has morphed himself into this abnormal and extremely creepy character. Whether it's a strategy or some sort of mental breakdown is unclear. But what's incredible is that it somewhat dictates the pace of the interrogation. The detective has just closed the distance and commanded eye contact, both of which are recognized techniques to increase psychological pressure. Yet the absurdly
Does he break down right away?
manner in which the suspect turns his head and fixes his gaze unnerves the detective to the point where he becomes the one to look away and reset his posture. This essentially never happens in interrogations, as it can give the suspect an incredible boost in confidence.
Look at me when you talk to me, son. Okay? Was you friends with her?
Yes.
Close friends?
We were good.
I mean, y'all were friends, right? Both of
Yes.
y'all are law students. You're studying to be an attorney, right?
Oh my God, they were both law students?
Yes.
What kind of law do you want to go into? Criminal law?
Yes.
Civil? Is that what you want to do for a living?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The detective steps back from his initially aggressive strategy. He asks trivial questions for 35 seconds before attempting to ramp up the pressure in a more subtle manner.
And you've lived next to Lauren for a long time?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know where she's at tonight?
No.
Hmm?
No.
Have you ever seen her with that dress on?
No.
You have no idea where she's at?
No.
Yes.
They talk alike, these two. Yes.
Look,
Did he just take a personal phone call?
just tell me what happened, brother.
I don't know.
Well, where's she at? I need you. I'm asking you for your help. I'm a detective, and I'm asking you for your help. Can you help me?
I don't know.
Oh my God, why is he talking like that?
You can't help a
He wasn't talking like that when he was doing the news interview.
friend out?
I don't know what you need.
I need to know where Lauren's at.
I don't know.
Do you even care that no one can find her?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know, do you?
Yes.
Are they just showing us the eye contact between them?
What's up with the pair of underwear that was in your apartment? That was like a mask. It was cut.
Very strange video my father just sent me. It's a very strange video. My dad, who was always tough on me growing up, not the most loving, but a good guy. He did what he could. He randomly texted me and all my cousins a video. I'm gonna let you hear the video, and then I'm gonna describe to you what it is.
All right, Dad, this is one for you. The envious star killer. Ah! Star killer.
There was a Macy's box with a star on it, and he stabbed the shit out of it. And that was the strangest video I've ever gotten from my father. I think that's his way of saying he's proud of me. He broke character? Yeah.
I'm gonna get a
I don't know how I feel about that. I need a minute to take in whatever the hell that was. Man was feeling goofy. Yeah, he was feeling something. His girlfriend was in the background of the video, which made it even stranger. um, yeah, that was interesting. How you doing, TikTok? Yo, AB, it's Chrissy. What's up, Chrissy? Did you ever wake up? Why no leftovers? Hassan was sick. How you doing today? I'm doing good. You got your snacks?
Yep, thanks for
Can you guys? Can I tell you guys something funny before I leave?
Yeah.
Lena has been sniffling, and has had a runny nose for a week.
If you blame me, I'm gonna kill you.
And I now have the same symptoms, right?
You have allergies too? Oh my god.
Lena says she has allergies. I was telling her, not allergies, you're sick. We cannot engage in marital kissing. And she said, no, it's allergies. So I kissed her, and now I'm sick. And now she's telling me, oh, I have allergies too, and she's just gaslighting the fuck out of me. But I think it's to the point that she's gaslighting herself. Because I think she truly believes that it's allergies.
It is. Crazy.
That's a sinus infection, bro. That's what I say. The cough doesn't sound like allergies, exactly. Maybe you just have allergies. Oh yeah, and that's another thing. They just came out of nowhere in my life as well. I randomly got allergies. Damn, girl, they got all the goods. I didn't even know they made these all blue Sour Patch.
Yeah, isn't that awesome?
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry, she has to blow her allergies out. That ain't no allergy. That's what I said.
Coughing from allergies is very common. It is. And a lot of people have been complaining about
Can you
allergies.
forget we've been together for 9 years and you've never had this?
It doesn't mean it can't come up. That's
I don't know if you're doing a bit with me if you're serious.
I'm not. You guys, he really is blaming me for getting him sick. I am not sick. I have no other symptoms. I feel completely normal.
Oh, good
They're
candy.
saying it's the LA rain. A few other people have said that to me too.
Well, this magic rain got her sick and then got me sick.
You're not even sick. You're fine.
Oh, how dare you?
Be careful, my cannon.
How dare you? I've been feeling like shit. How dare you say I'm not sick?
Oh, you seem okay.
Because Jackie's always okay, but...
Also, thank you to the person who just followed. If you guys are new here, don't forget to follow. Thank you. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay. Hey, that was me. Thank you, the peeves. Yep. Oh, yeah, LA gets super gloomy after rainy season. You guys, that's exactly when it hit me. And then AB starts coughing and gets like a runny nose. And he blames it on me. He says I got him sick. Remember that time I told you he said for me to stay on one couch? He wanted to quarantine me to one of the couches so I don't infect the other. And then I kept telling him I'm not sick. And he's like, oh, okay, just sit wherever. And then he gets sick, or so he says, and he tries blaming on me. But I'm not sick. Yep, it's True Crime Thursdays. You stay over there. Exactly, that's what he said.
Cut out like a mask. You cut underwear out to look like a mask?
No.
Are you a knife collector or a knife person, or
No.
you just like knives?
I used to collect swords.
I mean, do you know your swords?
Yes.
I mean, to sell and trade swords?
No.
What? Oh my God,
how
Steven is
hard
so
look?
creepy.
The long hair the last time you seen her?
Yes.
Or she got, that's how she looks?
Yes.
Baby's gonna start putting plastic on the furniture.
I mean, earlier today, me and you sit here and talk normal. What's going on with you now? Why
Was that Dexter Morgan joke?
I need to know.
I don't know if that was a Dexter Morgan joke, but I walked around both offices today, the podcast and Teddy Fresh, and I passed out donuts. And halfway through, I was like, "Oh shit, I feel like Dexter Morgan," because Dexter Morgan passes out donuts, so no one knows he's a serial
Oh, he
killer.
does?
Yeah. There's a bunch of people I didn't even know at Teddy Fresh too. I'm like, donut?
That's sweet. Perfect. Now that's what I am talking about. I just wanted you guys to see my stream cannon. Okay. Chat says Dexter is daddy.
Okay. Earlier today, we sat here and talked. But now you're...
Yeah, guys, is EB trying to tell us something? AB, why don't you come over here and just say how you really feel? Say what you're really trying to say. Is AB pregnant? Yes. No. Someone said no wonder he doesn't like true crime. Lovebot goes missing. Now, if there's any scandals at the office, we know who to blame.
You're acting like you don't know what's going on.
Has Steven broken eye contact yet with this detective? He looks so guilty right now.
I mean, did something happen or something to you? I mean, why are you shutting down? Why are you not talking to me?
I don't know.
You guys are saying keep an eye on him. Steven, is he gonna do something to the detective? Or you mean keep an eye on Navy?
You don't know? Are you scared?
Thank you, mermaid.
I mean, you're not scared, are you?
No.
He's so creepy.
Stephen's demeanor doesn't waver for the first 20 minutes, so the detective eventually takes a more distinctly aggressive approach. He attacks the subject's character to see if it might coax him out of the act and into defending his dignity.
You got your ass on that fucking news and stood out there and gave a media report that her mother saw about her missing daughter. And you want me to sit there and tell him that you don't know? Is that what you want me to tell him? Because you're all over the news. You sure stood out there and ran your mouth to the news media. But now you're going to get out here and you don't fucking know. You know. You're just a sorry piece of shit.
What's he gonna do?
That don't give a fuck. Right?
No.
Well, why'd you tell the media everything? Do you need to see what you told the media today? It was on the 11 o'clock news. Well, I'm asking you. Tell me. I want to know.
Man, is the detective's chair gonna snap? Is that what you guys are saying?
I don't know where she is.
That ain't what you told the media. You didn't stand in front of that camera and say, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I need you to tell me what you want me to tell her mother. And then I won't ask you another thing. I'm not going to tell her mother that you don't know, because her mother saw you on the news tonight. And she cried all the way down to Macon. Because you had the balls to get on the news and
Yeah,
tell
oh my god, I was wondering that. Is he even blinking? How is he not breaking eye contact?
everybody everything. So this little act that you're doing right now ain't working with me. Okay? So you need to snap out of it and tell me what the hell happened so we can move on.
I don't know.
How many times you gonna say I don't know?
Oh god, okay, there's 30 minutes of the video. We're 15 minutes in. This detective better get something out of him.
How many times you gonna say it? If you did something that you regret, you need to let me know.
I didn't.
Well, who did?
I don't know.
It's literally like a movie. What the hell?
Whether it was planned or not, the second detective enters the room with a similar strategy of immediate aggression. Rapport development seems to have been collectively thrown by the wayside.
What's up, buddy? Did you talk to him about his guns?
Yeah.
When was the last time you shot those guns?
I haven't.
You've never shot a gun?
No.
Have you ever shot any gun in your whole life?
No.
Never.
No.
So you bought 3 guns that you've never shot?
Yes.
Why?
To have.
For what?
Is other cop laughing at him?
To have.
For what? I'm asking for what? Why do you want to have them?
For what, Steven? For why?
Tell me why it's important to you to have 3 guns. That's an easy question. Come on, talk to me, buddy. Me and you talked all day today. We ain't had a problem communicating. Why is it important for you to have 3 guns? Do you not know?
He's a law student. Like, he should at the very least know to get an attorney.
No.
You say you don't know where Lauren is, right?
Right.
You told me earlier you and Lauren were friends, right?
Yes.
How would you describe y'all's relationship?
She was my friend.
She was your friend. What did you ever do things for her? Did she ever do things for you? What did she ever do for you?
We talked.
We talked. What'd y'all talk about?
News.
The news. Okay.
Yeah, probably not the best law student. But also these detectives, like,
How many times have you been in her apartment with her hanging out?
I don't know.
You don't know? If you had to guess, what was I mean, 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, what?
Maybe 2.
Maybe 2?
so
See,
creepy.
if I had only been somewhere twice, I could remember that. If I had been there over 50 times and you asked me how many times I've been, like, I don't know, a lot. But the fact that you've only been there twice, when I say how many times you've been there, you say you don't know, that's just odd to me. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
That does make sense. So what I'm saying right now makes sense.
No.
Lauren's missing. This pretty little girl right here.
They've been interrogating him for 23 minutes so far, and they got nothing.
Your neighbor. She's missing.
Much like Detective 1, Detective 2 now valiantly moves in for the psychological charge. He closes the distance and locks eye contact. His physical demeanor, alongside a prolonged gaze, will hopefully crack the suspect's fortified barrier. Once broken, the momentum will commence and the suspect will be more likely to divulge incriminating information. All the detective has to do is maintain eye contact for longer than his adversary. It's a psychological battle of attrition between 2 opposing forces, and these moments can sometimes last for minutes on end.
I know.
Me and you both know it's no different than when you was a little kid, right? And you reached in that cookie jar and you got caught after your mama told you not to get that cookie. And she was, did you get a cookie? No. And whenever you tell a lie, you feel bad about it right then. One, with every lie, there's a chance you're going to get caught. And that weighs on you. Because you know you did something bad. Am I right?
I didn't do it.
You didn't take the cookie?
No.
You smell like you've been cleaning
They must know he's guilty at this point, just the way he's talking. He was not like this on the news.
Like you've been using cleaner to clean up. I know what that smells like. My wife smells like that all the time when she cleans the house. You've been using some kind of cleaner to clean up your apartment, hadn't you?
No.
Steven, you telling me you live like a man? How does your apartment get cleaned?
I clean it.
When was the last time you cleaned it, Steven?
I don't remember.
Was it this week?
No.
You mean you go a whole week without cleaning?
Yes.
Why? That's horrible, Steven. I don't know how else to say it, Steven. Let me tell you what I think. I think that she was a friend of yours. Look at her right here. I think that she was a friend of yours. And I think something happened, Steven. You used to watch her come in and out of her apartment, didn't you?
No.
Oh my god. They're not getting anywhere with this guy.
Well, how y'all doing?
We're just talking.
Yes, this is
See that pretty girl
JCS,
right there?
yes.
Yes.
You telling me you looked at a pretty girl like that and you never once thought, ever, man, she looks good. You never thought that?
They're really just trying everything now.
I don't understand.
What do you mean you don't understand? You know how when you're sitting there, you see a girl walking down the road, and you say, man, that girl looks good. You ever see a good-looking girl down the road, you think to yourself, man, that girl looks good?
Yes.
You never thought that about her?
Yes.
So you mean to tell me you look at porn on the internet and get off to that, but you never looked at her and said, man, I wonder what it'd be like to have sex with her?
Yes.
You have?
No.
Oh my god.
Steven, this is hard, buddy. I know this is hard. And I can tell it's on you. You want to let it go. There's blood in your apartment, Steven. You didn't get it all up.
This is the widely recognized futility technique, which is used to make the subject believe it is useless to resist due to the overwhelming evidence against them. It's most effective when the interrogator can play on doubts that already exist in the subject's mind. The only problem here is that Stephen didn't dismember Lauren inside his apartment. It all happened in Lauren's apartment, so the detective's bluff is already called at this point.
It didn't all come off. You scrubbed and you wiped. But we can tell that. Don't you watch CSI? Yeah, we know it.
Did he really just say, don't you watch CSI? Oh my god.
Steven, why is there blood in your bathroom?
The detective now completely shifts his strategy from confrontational and aggressive to sympathetic and understanding. He attempts to create a connection and then afford Stephen a more socially acceptable reason for the crime. This is extremely difficult to pull off after a direct confrontation, as there is no established rapport nor trust. The usual routine is the exact opposite. You would first build rapport and then get aggressive once a connection has been attained.
I wanted to give you an opportunity to tell it. I wanted to be here with you to go through that process because I know you're not a monster, man. I know you're not a bad guy.
This is the reinforcements they brought in because the other detective failed. This is the backup.
You're just a hard-working student trying to pass a bar exam, ain't you? You ain't got a lot of support from your family, do you?
Yes.
You do?
The strategy fails at the first hurdle. Stephen immediately shuts down the afforded sympathy and reasoning behind the alleged crime, which was the concept of unsupportive parents. But the detective now attempts to roll with it.
A lot of people can't say that. And the fact that you do have support from your family should make things easier. Your family wants to feel like they've raised somebody that tells the truth and is honest, right?
Yes.
Did you hurt that girl, Stephen?
No.
Have you ever hurt anyone, Stephen?
No.
You've never hurt anyone.
Stephen, tell the truth.
I've hurt people, Stephen. I've I've made mistakes in my life.
He's
It's
back.
not even normal to say you've never hurt anybody. Sometimes people get mad and they say things they don't mean to say. It hurts. You never kicked a dog or a cat?
The lead detective then asks non-confrontational questions for almost 30 minutes, which is most likely to see if it will change the suspect's demeanor and the manner in which he responds. But it doesn't. Stephen maintains the same lifeless disposition which he has now kept up for almost 90 minutes.
Yeah. They're gonna catch allergies from each other from sitting so close. According to AB's theory.
You know what's crazy? I was talking to people that he works with and everything. They talk about how he's always expresses himself.
But he don't know.
He's very talkative. Stephen, they say you're so talkative, buddy, that you always so friendly. You stop in and say hello, and you talk. Why is it that you're acting so short with us tonight? If you have all this character and personality about you, why is it that everything that we get from you is yes, no, or I don't know?
I don't know.
Why are you acting like this, Stephen?
We should compile some sound bites from this. Steven. Why are you acting like this, Steven?
See how I'm able to talk in complete sentences? Like
Oh
we're
my god,
having
this
a
is
conversation,
awful.
But the only thing you're bringing
Did
to
you,
the table
Steven, did you eat the cookie?
is a yes, no, or I don't know. Stephen, did you hurt that girl?
No.
Would you tell me if you did?
Yes.
Have you lied to me at all in this interview?
No.
I mean, at least, like, he's not as dumb of a law student as we thought, because even though he didn't ask for a lawyer, like, he knows not to say too much. He's keeping his answers so short
Yes, you have.
and to the
Stephen.
point.
When was the last time you did laundry?
A few weeks ago.
You ain't washed clothes in a few weeks?
Yeah.
Why?
I have a lot of clothes.
No, you don't. That's another lie. You don't have a lot of clothes.
Yes, I do.
No. You got enough underwear to last you 3 weeks?
Yes.
Do you wear the same pair of underwear more than one day?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's still clean enough to wear.
Where's that little girl, Stephen?
I don't know.
Stephen, you know. You're going to look at this right here, this little girl right here. And you're going to
Also,
say...
why is he saying little girl? It's kind of weird.
You don't know? I know you know.
I don't know.
Yes, you know. What are you going to say to
Wow,
Mom when I say we got
Stephen.
your hair? What are you going to say to me then? Because you know, like I go like that. Look at my hair. That's how easy it falls out. Look at all that on your head. You don't think none fell out? It did.
As we know, Stephen went inside Lauren's apartment with her friends 3 days after she was already deceased. This would give reason for
Oh my god, 3 days? I thought they found out right after, the day
his
after.
DNA being found at the scene, and would essentially nullify its use as damnatory evidence. Stephen, being a law student, would be well aware of this.
We just wanted to give you an opportunity to tell it. So you didn't look like a monster at the end. Because you know what? I don't believe that you're a monster, Stephen. I believe that you're a good guy. You've been picked on. Girls didn't show you the respect that you deserved. You did something stupid. And I believe you feel bad about it. And that's why you're all freaked out right now. But I'm giving you the opportunity to get right.
Steven.
I'm giving you an opportunity to show everybody you're not a monster. That you feel bad about what happened. Your hair's there, man. Your hair is there. That's right, buddy. See that? Look at it. See how easy? See this stuff right here, your hair? Yeah, it fell out of your head when you was moving the body, Stephen. That's right.
That's right,
You
Steven.
remember moving the body?
No.
Yes, you do, Stephen. Why, man?
Stop being silly,
Why?
Steven.
Tell me, bud.
I didn't do it.
Yes, you did, Stephen. We want you to tell it so that way people will understand you're not a monster. Things just, you got out of control. It's a sickness. Why'd you do it, Stephen?
I didn't do it.
Stephen, why are you going to keep telling that?
Oh my god, is this cop really not gonna try anything else? Steven. That cop that AB was imitating the other day, that teen killer that killed his whole family. This is literally how AB was imitating the cop. We found someone who's just like that, for real.
You hurt that girl.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did, Steven. You hurt her, man. She was screaming. Screaming, Steven.
Is he trying to invoke some kind of emotion from Steven? Clearly, you can't go down that path. Like, he's emotionless right now.
Why? And I know you feel bad about it. I can see it in your face. What came
Steven.
over you, man? What happened, Steven?
I don't know.
I know you don't know. You couldn't control it, could you?
I didn't do it.
Steven!
Okay, I'm sorry. But that was a serious. Steven!
Could you?
I didn't do it.
Steven! They steal
Cajun Tomato, thank you for the subby.
your hair and take it over there?
Welcome, so many
Yeah,
first time
yeah.
chatters today.
That's right. It's all sinking in right now. He knows, is what you're thinking.
Hi, whoa, where are you guys all coming from? Welcome to all the first time chatters. And all the new followers. Thank you guys so much.
I don't want it to be a game between me and you. I know it hurts, and I know you're not an awful person and you want to tell it. Your hair was there, Steven. We've all known it all along.
Me and
we wanted
you.
just to give you an opportunity to tell what happened.
No, you guys are right. I'm gonna have to soundbite that. Steven. I'll need to remember where it came. I'll know it's somewhere around here. It's around 30 minutes. Okay, let's carry
Did y'all
on.
have sex?
No.
Did you try to have sex?
Oh God. Okay, first he tried to invoke. First he's just like, come on, man, tell the truth. Did you do it? That didn't work. Then he tries to invoke emotion. You care about this. You care about this little girl, don't you? Don't you want to help? Sometimes we just get out of control. Okay, now he's just getting gross.
No.
Y'all have sex?
Think about it.
Avery, that way you were imitating the cop the other day, this cop is literally just like that.
Having sex?
No.
Liar. What kind of
Liar.
man doesn't think about having sex? You said earlier you like girls, right?
Yes.
You said she's a pretty girl, right?
Yes.
If you like girls and you see a pretty girl, that automatically means you want to have sex with her. This cop is just all over the place. He's all over the place. He's not going to get anywhere.
What'd you do to her, Steven?
I didn't do
Onion, thank you for the subby.
anything.
You're lying. You hurt that girl.
No, I didn't.
Sure it did, and that's why you're having this massive meltdown right now.
What is he talking about? Massive meltdown. He's literally so calm. He's not moving an inch. He hasn't broken any eye contact.
The detective quite literally repeats the
Meltdown.
phrase, "You hurt that girl," to which Stephen responds, "No, I didn't." And this goes on for the best part of 20 minutes.
Oh, God.
Perhaps the detective's strategy was to induce mental exhaustion, yet it had no effect whatsoever.
Why did you hurt that girl?
I didn't.
Why'd you hurt her, Steven?
I didn't.
You hurt her, Steven.
No, I
Stephen built different.
Yeah, you did.
You're from TikTok. Welcome, Waffle Destroyer.
You take this from me. You don't deserve to look at it. Just stay right here, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Instead of him breaking Steven broke the detective. Okay,
Really?
let's try the Dave technique, yeah. Or the read technique. Are they going to be using the read technique? They need to use something here.
Your cooperation tonight, okay?
Okay.
Welcome, Olivia.
Alright, we're getting ready to go. I just need to discuss a few more things with you.
The lead detective now abandons the pursuit of any sort of admission. He instead proceeds to belittle and humiliate the suspect as much as possible. It may have a tactical purpose, but it's more likely out of frustration, alongside the fact he is certain of the suspect's culpability.
I know earlier today you told me you stayed home all weekend, right, in your apartment?
Yes.
Did anybody see you? Did you talk to anybody over the weekend? Were you on your computer all weekend?
Okay, these detectives have 6 minutes to solve this case.
That I can say.
6 minutes. For anyone who didn't watch this yet, do we think they're gonna get him? It must be a slip up on Steven's end. Like, these cops don't know what they're doing.
He couldn't be involved because he was on the computer, or he was online on a porn site, or he was online doing college work or anything.
Yeah, Steven's a tough cookie.
That would exclude you as being involved altogether. I mean, did anybody see you this weekend at the house? Did you go out to get a newspaper? Did you wave to a neighbor, or you just locked yourself in all week?
Yes.
Nobody saw you?
No.
I mean, what do you just stay in the house all day?
Yes.
I mean, what do you do all day in the house? I mean, you've always done that your whole life? You don't have no friends? How can you go your whole life without a friend?
I have friends.
Where they at?
Yes, this is JCS.
Where they at?
Yeah, seriously, this detective. Don't be mean to introverts.
You have any friends here in Macon?
Yes.
I mean, he's a murderer, but just the fact that he doesn't have friends that like to go out doesn't make him the murderer.
Name one, because everybody I talked to said they ain't your friend.
Ryan Granger. Cass Lawson.
Oh, he's having him name his friends.
Ashley
It does. It feels like a personal attack.
Morehouse. Carmen Love.
That's the same people I talked to today, and they're not your friend.
Ouch.
Okay?
One of the reasons interrogations are so fascinating is the ethical vacuum it creates for everyone inside its bubble. In any other circumstance, the detective's behavior here would be considered cruel and reprehensible. He's essentially bullying the suspect, yet the empathy we would normally have is now stripped away through the impression of retribution. We know this person has done something horrific, and the treatment he is now receiving is merited through his own actions.
They're not your friend.
Does the chair break? Is that why you guys keep saying to look at it?
Anyways. I just want to know what was going on tonight.
Pika said, me if I had to name my friends, just chat. That's okay, Pika Paprika. You guys are my friends too.
The game's over. I mean, we know what you did to her, so we just want to know what if you were going to tell us or not.
I didn't do anything.
Well, that's what you say. But we know different. So you're fucked either way. You're fucked. We already know. We know you
Are we above having a lean emote?
killed her. We know you
Like the
put her
chair,
body in
how
the
he's
trash
leaning?
can. The news media knows it. Glenda knows it, your mother. Your sister knows it. Your sister's husband knows it. The one that used to beat your sister.
Whoa. Okay, I do not like this detective. Like, what the hell? Where did that come from? And how is that going? If nothing else worked, how the heck is that going to invoke emotion in him?
He knows it. You know what he said? He said he's a crazy motherfucker is what he said. When I called him.
Oh my
It's
god.
your own family calling you crazy. Nobody wants to see you. Nobody's coming to visit you.
Brandy and Peace Warp, welcome. Thank you guys. Here from TikTok.
So you can sit there with that dumb look on your face.
You too, detective. Thank you, Blaze. Let's see, what does Steven do when he's alone? Who does he make eye contact with?
The entire interrogation took over 2 hours. When sped up by 20,000%, you truly get a glimpse of how remarkable the suspect's catatonic performance was.
Oh my god, he's barely moving. He just moves his head, not even his body. Oh my god, that's amazing. Oh my god, that is so creepy. Guilty. He's so guilty.
His mother came to speak with him soon after this moment, and although he maintained his innocence, he immediately snapped out of the zombie-like character. It's difficult to interpret the reasoning behind the performance, whether it was a pre-planned strategy, improvised in the moment, or some type of psychological breakdown is unclear. But whatever it was, it evidently seemed to work, as the interrogators got nothing. The suspect's behavior was so abnormal, they were essentially at a loss with what to do, or where to even start with a specific plan of attack. The evidence, however,
yeah, that's you're right. That's the thing to do, and like he gave them nothing. So maybe Steven's smarter than we think. As a law student.
Irrefutable. Hundreds of pictures of Lauren were discovered on Steven's flash drive, along with multiple video recordings of inside her apartment.
Oh, never mind. I take back my statement, my last statement.
Was found in a supply closet of the apartment complex, and it was marked red with what was later identified as Lauren's blood through DNA testing.
Oh my god.
The packaging for the exact same hacksaw was found in Steven's apartment. When confronted with the evidence, he took a plea deal to avoid the death penalty and was rendered a life sentence without the possibility of parole.
Oh my god.
He is currently being held at the high security.
Yeah, he literally created the evidence. Otherwise, I don't know, would he have gone away with it? But he definitely made it so easy for them.
Hancock State Prison in Sparta, Georgia.
So Stephen ate that damn cookie. Yeah, he did. Damn you, Stephen. Freaking murderer. I'm glad without the possibility of parole. But still, so awful. I really enjoyed JCS. So there's that other one, what pretending to be crazy looks like, but I don't know, because it shows like the school shooter in it. And I just, that might be too much. Okay. Oh my god, okay, how about this one? It's 13 minutes. What do you think about that, AB? Would you be ready in 13 minutes? Okay, if not, we'll do another short one. This one is called The Legend of Jeff. What do you guys think about that? I think that's pretty interesting. The Legend of Jeff. And it shows some pieces from Bad Santa. Like, what? It's a weird one. Guess it's good. Yeah. It's called Jeff. That's it. My name is Jeff. I'm not kidding. Jeff is actually still around. Here from TikTok. Welcome, Sasha. The Legend of Jeff. Yes. That's a happy-ish one. Man, my favorite was Sarah. The one who kept asking for a Dr. Pepper. And Chris Watts. Wow, that was insane too. Did we watch all of Chris Watts? That piece of shit. Also, guys, we didn't see Stephanie Lazarus yet. Hi, Sepia. Don't do Steven Lazarus. Please, why is it scary? Yeah, Sarah. We were playing hide and seek, and so it was like, tag, you're it. So she stuffed him in the suitcase. We did. We finished Casey Anthony. That was so crazy and so sad. So Iceman tapes, I know it's a little bit longer. I'm thinking to save it for another stream because after this, we are going to be joining AB. Just finishing up some work. Okay, let's try Stephanie Lazarus. Some of you are saying it's pretty good, and it's only 25 minutes, so.
The detectives create.
Interesting. Very interesting. Oh my God. I wouldn't necessarily say creepy. She does make some really bizarre. Oh my God. Okay. Let's try that one. Hey, Lena, do you upload these to YouTube as VODs? Yes, actually, I have been uploading them lately. I uploaded one yesterday, today, and I have some more uploaded and ready to go. So, but yes, I will be saving these. Thank you, Kami Kev. The Kev. I watched them back today. So good. Thank you so much, Bree. I saw you commented on some of my videos. I appreciate you. Oh, and Gypsy Rose. That one's probably a little bit longer, huh? Okay, let's do this one. This is the interrogation. Oh, just for the sake of my VOD, let me stop this and start again. Okay. This is the interrogation of Stephanie Lazarus.
Created a ruse, the detectives created a ruse, inviting Stephanie to come in and advise them on a case involving stolen art. Knowing they were dealing with one of their own, they rehearsed and prepared for the interview more than anything they had done before. Their plan of attack was to keep the conversation as casual as possible for as long as possible, and carefully...
Yeah, first time chatter from Lazarus Studios. Is this going to be a bad time to have this name? No, that's okay. We know you're innocent.
Waited for the key moments to initiate the confrontation.
Stephanie, I don't know if you know my partner.
Hey, great. Hi. Stearns, nice to meet you. See you guys. How's it going?
Good. Milling around. Well, have a seat. I don't want to talk about this
is that her?
Because I don't know who people are listening. That's true. And if we go to my side, everybody's always wondering what everybody else is doing. No problem. Okay.
The first thing the detectives do is set up a compatible tone with the suspect. She has just stepped foot inside an interrogation room, and the detectives negate the negative implications of such an environment through a friendly disposition. Consultative meetings, such as seeking advice over an art theft, can take place anywhere, and the last place detectives would choose to spend more time in would be an interrogation room. The reason they give the suspect for meeting in such an unusual location is to not spread rumors or innuendo. Yet the real reason is that all firearms have to be checked in before entering the area, and they needed the suspect to give up her gun without alerting suspicion.
Why does she have a gun?
But like we're talking about being busy and stuff, we've been assigned a case that we've been looking at. Okay. It's a new case, and reviewing the case, there's some notes to see as far as your name being mentioned. Do you know John Rutan?
Try and imagine for one moment that you savagely murdered a love
Oh my God, she's a cop?
rival in a jealous rage. Over 2 decades had passed since the act. Then all of a sudden, you're brought to an interrogation room and sat directly opposite 2 senior investigators who bring up the name of the man you committed first-degree homicide for.
John Rutan?
Rutan.
The investigators already knew how to say John Rutan's name correctly. The mispronunciation was a simple strategy to see how the suspect would react.
Ooh,
Setting aside the element of the murder, John Rutan
She's supposed to know all the tricks too. Oh my God, is this them?
was the second longest relationship in Stephanie's life, and a psychiatrist later stated that this pause was 4 times as long as it should have been. She was already being deceptive by acting as if she hadn't thought about that name for so long, giving reason for her prolonged reflection, when in reality, the name John Rutan was engraved in her memory, and even when slightly mispronounced, it would have most likely taken milliseconds for her to realize exactly who the detectives were referring to.
Right.
Oh yeah, I went to school with him.
You did?
Yeah.
How long did you know him?
Gosh, I went to school in, let's see, went to UCLA 19...
I feel like I can tell now, like, how the way people are talking, if they're guilty or not.
78 I started, and...
I feel like I can get someone for real.
Met him at school, at the dorms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. You're right, Jess. She's already such a horrible liar. I can't take too much credit.
She says she met him in the dorms, yet left out the fact that they had dated for 4 years and went on numerous holidays together. Even though she wasn't asked directly, a truthful subject would most often volunteer this information without having to be pressed for it.
Were you guys friends, close friends?
Yeah, we're very close friends. I mean, what's this all about?
Well, it's regarding...
You know, Stephanie.
The case we're working on, it involves John, and in there, some of the statements we reviewed, you know, there's notes and stuff that he knew you and stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean, we good friends. Lived in the dorms for. I lived in the dorms for 2 years.
You guys lived in the same dorm?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
Yeah, Dykstra.
Okay. Were you guys just friends or anything else, or?
Yeah, we were good friends.
Yeah. Was there ever any relationship or anything that developed between
I want to see her face. You guys keep saying
we dated.
Pay attention to her faces, but why aren't they showing us yet?
You know, I mean, what's this all about?
Well, it's relating to his wife.
It's unfortunate that Stephanie's face wasn't captured at this moment because
it's not Jeff. What's his name? John Rugg. Shit, how did I forget his name already? But he's not the murder victim, it seems.
because she would have no doubt been immediately struck by the psychological reaction known as fight or flight. Her brain would have just triggered the influx of a specific cocktail of hormones in order to prepare her to either stay and deal with a threat or try and run away to safety. Stephanie chooses to fight.
Okay.
Okay. Did you know her?
Not really. I mean, I knew that he got married years ago.
Uh-huh. Did you ever meet her?
God, I don't know.
Do you know who she was or anything?
Well, let me think. God, it's been a long time ago.
Oh my God, these are okay. We're getting a cam on the face now.
I may have met her. Geez.
The words gosh, God, gee are exclamatory remarks used to express surprise or strong emotion. You will see them used continuously throughout this interrogation, which is the suspect trying to insinuate a vague memory due to a lack of contemplation on the subject matter. She's trying to emit the impression that she would have had no reason to give any further thought to John or any—
Are you guys sure she's a cop? I guess let's hold off till we see, but up to this point, she doesn't seem to be trained or experienced in interrogations.
anything related to John, since they stopped seeing each other over 2 decades
Art
ago.
cop?
You know.
Yeah. Well, let me see. Let me ask you.
She's just a dumb one. Oh gosh. Jeez.
You dated John. How long did you guys date?
Oh my God. Okay, sorry, last time pausing. If I was being interrogated, they would suspect me too. Because I say like, oh my God, for everything, or like, but I'm genuinely surprised. Would that make them suspect me then?
I mean, are you guys, is this something?
As we know, Stephanie is a cop and has been for 25 years. She will
25 years!
wise to the fact that acting oblivious to the unusual development of the situation will be a glaring red flag in the eyes of the investigators. It's been shown time and again on this channel. Guilty suspects will often try and act naive to a blatant confrontation as a means to avoiding it altogether, whereas truthful subjects will address the confrontation and either refute it, or if it's subtle, want immediate clarification and transparency as to what was being insinuated.
I mean, you said I was going to interview somebody about art, and how you guys are...
Here's
Harold Sheen said I would, Lena. That's why I hate cops. Yeah. I mean, definitely some of the techniques they use, or even like just the narration of the video, how they say like, oh, look how the suspect moved, or look what the suspect is saying. A lot of times I feel like it's kind of a stretch, or they're kind of reaching. Like, just because they did this doesn't mean they're guilty, or that doesn't necessarily equate to something else. Yes, it's all very subjective.
I mean,
Stephanie, here's the situation. It's basically, we knew that this, when we saw this in this chrono, that maybe, there was some relationship there. That's what the chrono seemed to indicate.
The detective now subtly avoids the question altogether, but instead offers a deceptively reassuring response to the suspect. He makes a very sharp switch from the investigative subject matter to the previous topic of workplace rumors. He brings her focus back to the false perception of them being on her side. Stephanie had just asked what was going on, and now he essentially replies with, "We are your friends. We're doing you a favor."
And we didn't want to come up to you at your desk and ask those kinds of questions or do anything. You know how up there people can see what's going on if you go into an interview room or people are in there getting supplies.
Okay. She's scared.
So we wanted to afford you
She's really
some
scared.
privacy, some confidentiality to talk about this because we thought it might be, something, you're married to someone else, obviously, and so forth, and that you may not want to, talk about these things in that setting where someone, we don't want the rumor mill or gossip or any of that kind of stuff to start.
That's fine. I mean,
so we did this just as a means to try and speak to you in just a confidential place where where your business isn't out there for other people in your division to know about.
Whether it be shock or the total reluctance to accept the situation at hand, Stephanie warily accepts the reassuring response without further inquiry into her initial challenge. She instead falls back into her agenda of having a foggy memory with regard to the incriminating contents.
God, that's been a million years ago. I mean, what year is it now? 2009? I mean, I graduated in 82. 82, yeah. We dated. I dated other guys. I'm sure he dated other girls.
Well, let me ask you, roughly how long would you say you guys dated?
Oh, jeez. I couldn't even say. I mean...
Notice how she now goes on to over-explain things that don't require an explanation and weren't even inquired about. It's a clear-cut indication of hyperarousal and a derivative of TMT, also known as terror management theory. The suspect will go off on unrelated tangents as means for gaining momentary relief. Going into detail about trivial things affords her a brief escape from the terrifying reality eventuating before her. This is a very common occurrence in interrogations where the suspect is facing serious charges, and psychiatrists believe it to be a subconscious coping mechanism.
I started school there in 78. I started UCLA in 1978. I graduated in 82. I don't even remember what year he graduated, if it was a year or two before me.
Okay.
I think he was a little bit older than I was. I mean, I can't remember if he was born, let's say I'm born in 1960. I don't know if he was born in 58 or 59. I mean, I knew his parents, I knew his sister. His brother went to Northridge.
Get to the point, Stephanie.
His sister had spent the night at my house before. Obviously, I spent the night at his house before. He probably spent the night at my house before. I don't...
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, because from what you're telling me is you guys dated while you were in college together, right?
Yeah, and probably after college. I can't... Jeez, trying to think when I met my husband. I met my husband when did I meet Scott? Let's see. I was teaching DARE, because I met Scott when I was teaching DARE up in Oregon. But we had long stopped, dating before that.
So you haven't talked to him for a long time?
Oh, I think I haven't talked to him in a long time. I couldn't even tell you when the last time I talked to him. I met Scott, I'm thinking in 92 maybe, April.
When are they gonna bust her ass? Okay, they got time. They got time. They're making progress. They're not like the other detectives.
I'm trying to think. I was teaching DARE. Let's see, what year is this? We'll be married. I got married in 1996. I think I met Scott in 92. Prior to that, I couldn't tell you how long I had talked to John prior to that.
But since you met your husband, Scott, you haven't talked to him?
I mean, he may have called me once or twice before we got married.
Right.
Geez, I moved to Simi in 1994 because I lost my house in the earthquake.
Oh, really?
Quite honestly, I probably keep in contact with a few people from the dorms. We all lived on the 10th floor, and there's about 3 or 4 people I keep in contact with. There's probably like 6 or 8 of us that were all really close.
And who are those people?
Yeah, she was a DARE teacher. Little Nancy, thank you for the gifted. Yeah, it's like, don't do drugs, kids. But meanwhile, she becomes a murderer.
Oh, geez. Diana Basta. People I still keep... I haven't been in contact with her in a long time. I mean, what's this all about? I mean...
Well, let me ask you.
The suspect challenges the detectives for the second time, and once again the question is avoided, but this time in a more confrontational manner, as the topic is maintained with no reassurance afforded. The detectives are ramping up the pressure in a very subtle yet highly effective manner.
What ended the relationship between you and John?
It was kind of a weird relationship. I mean, we dated. I can't say that he was my boyfriend. I don't know that he would consider me his girlfriend. We dated.
Oh man, now she's just gonna even deny them. Said they dated, but they didn't even consider each other boyfriend girlfriend. She's making herself seem so guilty.
We did things. I played sports in college. He played basketball. His brother played basketball. We just, it just didn't work out. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It was like I went out with other guys, saw other guys. I went on lots of vacations.
And once you guys split, were you guys still friends, or kind of,
I mean,
problems? Is it friendly, not friendly?
No, I don't think it was not friendly. I mean, we were friendly. I know that we went to Hawaii at one point. Yeah, I mean,
And you were saying that
she's acting very sus.
It's 2009 now.
Had you ever met his?
No, I don't know if she killed him. We're waiting to see. They said that he's the man she committed homicide in the first degree for.
His wife?
So I don't know.
I may have.
Do you remember her name or anything, or? Or what she did for a living, or where she worked, or anything about her?
The suspect was just asked 3 consecutive questions relating to the victim. She was supposedly in a reflective state during all 3 of the questions, yet her facial expression completely changed for the 3rd one. This is because she was pretending to be in a state of reflection for the first 2 questions, as she already knew the answers, whereas for the 3rd question, she actually was in a state of reflection and was genuinely searching her memory for the correct response.
Had you ever met his wife?
I may have.
Do you remember her name or anything, or?
The 3rd question is about to be posed, and her focus is about to switch from
really
pretending to be thinking to actually thinking.
Or what she did for a living, or where she worked, or anything about her?
Well, I think I'm going to say that I think she was a nurse. Man, I can't even remember how he said he met her. I mean, it's been so long ago.
Well, let me ask you, did you go to their wedding,
No, I didn't go to their wedding. No, I did not go to their wedding. I couldn't even tell you what year he got married. I mean, it's been a million years ago. Again, I mean, what, I don't understand why you're talking about some guy I dated a million years ago.
Well, do you know what happened to his wife?
Yeah, I know she got killed.
You wouldn't need to be an expert in body language to recognize the unmitigated terror emanating from the suspect's face at this moment. She had just verbalized the victim's tragic demise for the first time in most likely over 2 decades.
What did you hear about that?
I saw a poster at work. I'm sure I spoke to him about it. I think I spoke to another friend of his about it.
She's so bad at this.
And how did you first learn about that?
Jeez. Someone could have called me. I could have heard it at work. I think at one point there may have been a flyer or something. I know a good friend of his...
Were you on the job back then when that happened?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm sure I was on the job. That's why I would have heard about it with the flyer. He had a good friend, Mike Boldrick,
Girl, come on, Stephanie. Come on.
But being that you're kind of used to see John, was everything okay between you guys? I mean, there was never anything uncomfortable or anything between you and her?
8 separate witnesses testified that Stephanie had confronted Sherry at the hospital she worked at, while the 2 of them were reportedly in an intimate relationship with John. The confrontation...
Okay, at this point, Stephanie's married too, so Stephanie was cheating on her husband with John. And John is also married. John's her ex-boyfriend. And she apparently confronted Stephanie. No, she's Stephanie. She apparently confronted John's wife a few times.
The patient was said to have been highly aggressive, and Stephanie had to be escorted off the premises by security. Reports stated that Stephanie was by far the more combative and even made threats against Sherry's life.
She is very hot.
I don't know. I mean, it's been so many years. I mean, uncomfortable. I mean, I can't even remember if we had a conversation. I mean, I may have.
Okay, I'm a horrible actor, but I could do a better job than this.
Seen her at his apartment, you know, geez.
Oh my God, hold the phone. Guys, yes. Jerry Springer died today. AB told me this morning when we were getting ready for work, and I'm like, what? Isn't that crazy? Yeah. I'm sorry to break it to you guys, for those of you who didn't know yet, but he passed away today. What was his last words? I don't know. I was trying to think of something, but it's not something you mess around with. AB probably would have had a good answer to that.
How many years ago was that? I don't even know what year she, got killed.
Where was his apartment?
Notice her passive disposition as she gives the following truthful response.
On Roscoe.
Okay.
Yeah, Roscoe and east or west of DeSoto. Either east or west of DeSoto.
Do you know where he moved after? Did he move after he got married, or do you know? Or
now notice how her disposition switches from passive to frantic as she once again pretends to have a vague memory.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
Did you know where he was living, or?
Somewhere in the valley.
Did you ever visit him and his wife?
No.
No?
She looks so guilty. She really does look so guilty.
Get-together, dinners,
I know.
Why is her face so animated?
Oh, no. Like I said, his sister used to come over. His sister had come to my place. I knew his brother because his brother played basketball at Northridge. In fact, I was just coming across some pictures that I just scanned from, I take a lot of photos, like 10,000. And I just did a service where I scanned everything.
Tangent about photos, they just forward through it.
After his wife died, did you talk to him again or anything?
Yeah, I mean, I did talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
I talked to him, probably his parents, probably some other friends, I'm sure I talked to him.
Yeah.
But you're not sure where he moved to after he got married?
No idea. I mean,
never went over to visit him or
I don't think.
meet his wife,
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I did. I know he lived on Roscoe for a long, long time.
And you're right.
I mean, if you guys are claiming that I'm a suspect, then, I got a problem with that.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Do you? Do you? She must know at this point, like, she's a suspect. What is going on? She's a cop, isn't she? 25 years?
So, if you're doing this as an interrogation, you're saying, hey, I'm a suspect. Well,
yeah.
Now I got a problem with, now you're accusing me of this? Is that what you're saying?
We're trying to figure out what happened, Stephanie.
Well, I'm just saying, do I need to get a lawyer if you're accusing me of this? You
don't have to. You're here of your own free will.
No, I know, but
you're not under arrest. You can walk out.
You can leave whenever you like.
Well, but I'm trying to give you some background of how I knew him, and now you're telling me that somebody's saying that we had this big old fight, and I don't even know what you're talking about. And I don't want to get in trouble for something that I didn't even do, or you're saying I did something.
Okay.
Yeah, we understand.
I mean, how would you guys like it if the tables were turned on?
Madison said no, I'd like to cook. Because they keep telling her, you can leave if you want.
On you.
I understand, no.
No, that's what we're telling you. You're free to go whenever you want. If this makes you uncomfortable and you want to...
Well, now you're starting to make me uncomfortable.
The thing is, detectives did what they could at that time on the crime scene. Okay, and the burglary thing you're talking about, that is an angle that they looked at. But now we're looking at everything else on the case. Because nobody was ever arrested on the case.
I don't know that or not.
Okay. Now, what we'd like to do is, obviously you know about all the DNA stuff and things of the nature that, gets done on cases nowadays. If we asked you for a DNA swab, would you be willing to give us one?
Maybe. Because now I'm thinking I probably need to talk to a lawyer.
Yeah, Stephanie. Maybe.
Well,
because I know how this stuff works, okay? Don't get me wrong. You're right. I have been doing this a long time.
Yeah.
And I wish I had been recording this because now it sounds like, there's you're selling these people saying I'm fighting with her, and now it sounds like you're trying to, I've been doing this a long time.
Yeah, we know.
Okay, and now it almost sounds like you're trying to pin something on me. Now I got that sense.
Angel Spice, thank you for the subby, family.
Well, what it gets to on these cases, and you know it as well as I do, our job is to identify and eliminate suspects.
I can't believe this.
So if we ask you to the point to give us a DNA sample, a buccal swab, so we can identify or eliminate you, would you be willing to do that?
Maybe. Because I know this.
Well, that's where we're at too. I mean, because right now, from looking at the evidence, it's it's possible we may have some DNA at the location.
That's great.
And we're going to do what we can.
Oh, so they really got her ass.
And to try to put this thing together. And your name's in the book. These people are pointing at you for whatever reason.
I don't know why. That's just crazy. I mean, that's absolutely crazy.
And it would be irresponsible on our part not to look at it.
I know. You guys have to do your job, and I guess I'm gonna have to contact somebody. So.
That's fair.
I mean, because I know how this stuff works. I
Sure.
mean, I just can't.
I love how casual the cops are. See, these cops know what they're doing.
I mean, we understand that. I mean, if we were in your position, I mean, we would feel the same way.
I just can't even believe it. I mean, it's just. I mean, I'm shocked. I'm really shocked that somebody would be saying that I did this. I mean, we had a fight, and so I went and killed her. I mean, come on.
Well.
That's.
Okay.
All right.
Well, thanks for giving me the courtesy. I wish I recorded it.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Stephanie, take care.
All right.
How did they get her now?
This is absolutely crazy.
Have a seat, Stephanie.
This is insane.
Oh, they brought her back. There's no question about it now, Stephanie. You know what's up for real now. She back in the cuffs? Well, no way. Was she?
Have a seat, Stephanie.
This is insane.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't see cuffs. We'll see, though. So crazy.
Okay. Stephanie, you know you have the right to remain silent. Do you understand?
Yes.
Anything you say may be used against you in court. Do you understand?
Yes.
You have the right to the presence of an attorney before and during any questioning. Do you understand?
Yes.
If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you free of charge before any questioning if you want. Do you understand?
Girl, you know what this
You
means.
want to talk to us right now?
No.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
This
then.
is crazy. This is
We know you're crazy.
I'm like in shock. I'm totally in shock.
This afternoon, we are back on the record in People versus Lazarus. Shortly before noon, the jury announced they have a verdict. We will take the verdict at this time.
People of the State of California versus Stephanie Eileen Lazarus. Case number BA 357423. We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Stephanie Eileen Lazarus, guilty of the crime of murder of Sherry Rasmussen in violation of Penal Code Section 180.
I know, I gotta get that guilty emote. We will, you guys, we will.
7A, a felony, as charged in count 1 of the information. We further find the murder was of the first degree.
Your Honor, I'm John Rutten. Thank you for the opportunity to speak during this hearing. There are really no words that can describe the loss of Sherry and the whole of this experience, so it makes no sense to talk very long. It suffices to say that the Rasmussen family, my family, and Stephanie's family have been thrust into a bizarre world of disbelief and indescribable sadness. Sherry Rasmussen had a profound impact on so many people.
Oh.
And I was
Wait, did John conspire in this?
proud that she agreed to be my wife.
Oh, that's his wife. This is John?
It was impossible not to notice Sherry when she entered her room. To me, her physical presence was startling. I can clearly remember the first moment I laid eyes on her. Sherry Rasmussen was a physical presence, and my heart still races when I look at pictures of her. But Sherry was extraordinary, more for who she was than the way she looked. She was a hard worker, a consummate professional, a leader, a diplomat, forgiving, tough, and a kid at heart. Sherry's loss, the way she died, and the trial 25 years after her death has had a profound impact on many, many others. The effects are broad and span a generation.
Yeah, this is John. This is Sherry's husband. I thought John conspired with Stephanie to kill her.
Creating pain for those whose lives should have never...
John, okay, thank you, Nova, for the clarification. Guys, John is good. He was not involved in the murder.
...been touched by this tragic event. Again, words are feeble tools for describing these impacts, but there are so many moments and so very many tears. And the fact that Sherry's death occurred because she met and married me brings me to my knees.
Stephanie Lazarus was sentenced to 27 years to life for the murder of Sherry Rasmussen. She is currently being held inside the maximum security unit of the Central California Women's Facility.
Damn.
Any other cars that stand out in your mind?
What? What?
Any other cars that stand out in your mind?
What's happening? Oh, what was that? Why would they end the video? Why would they end the video like that? Why would they? It's freaking scary movie.
Fuck this.
The detective.
Oh my. Oh. Okay, JCS. They got a sense of humor, huh? Ah. What the hell? And it wasn't even from The Real Exorcist, it was the freaking movie. Oh. Anyways, let's check this out. What? It's only 2 minutes long? Oh, horror. There's a short. I need an HI monitor when I watch these. One thing at a time, guys. I'm making upgrades little by little. Anyways, there's a short film I want to see. It's called Lights Out. I'm just trying to find it. Winner of best short. Is this it? Lights Out with 17 million views? Or what? Is that just a trailer? It's supposed to be a short film, not 2 hours. Right. This one's just a YouTube video. Huh? Oh, it's a movie too. There's a movie and a short Lena, AB's background at work now always tricks my brain into thinking he's at home. Vika, thank you for the clip. Did you finish with work, AB? Oh. Yeah, I mean, we could. We just finished. And we got 400 viewers in here. Thank you, guys. Also, thank you guys so much for all the follows today. We got all the follows. Sorry for that echo. I just want to quickly tell you that we got 72 followers. That's really good. I've only been live for 2 hours. So thank you guys so much. We're gonna head over to AB's stream right now. and lots more fun to come. Now something a little bit more lighthearted and wholesome. Not the sad, gory stuff. Field trip! You're right, Maddie. Okay, let's do it. Oh, you need to go live first, don't you? We're doing it! Yep, something more upbeat now. Oh, yeah. Good call. Would you like to quit? Okay, guys, I'll see you all over there. We'll get you the cannon next time, Lena. Thank you, guys. We're just waiting for AB to go live. Huh? Yeah, I did. You got first time chatter came in and said yes, yes, yes. They came in to be excited for AB stream. I'd love to see it. Yep, teleport time. Oh, AB, you can only open yours if I close mine? Oh, interesting. And 420 viewers! Shout out to WeChat! I love you guys. I love how near the end of my stream, and when I say we're going over to AB's is when my viewers go up. But yep, it's at 420. Let's do it. We got first time chatters coming in to say WeChat. We're gonna have fun on the other side. Wait, why is the stream ending? Because I was streaming for a little bit because AB had work to do, but now he is free and we're gonna stream together. I don't smoke, but woo, yeah, it's okay, Sage. You can still partake in the WeChat festivities. Oh. You can't say that on the stream? That's true. Okay, guys. You ready? Let's do it. What was the true crime you were watching? You'll see, because I'm gonna... Well, this will be up as a VOD, and then it'll go up on my YouTube. Full send us over? You got it. I'm just waiting for him to appear live, because it's not showing yet for me. Oh, there we go. There, now I see you. Okay, start raid. Let's go, people. Okay, all aboard the raid train. Should we go? Okay, 250 of you guys, 250 of 420. Well, I'll see you guys there. Okay, love you guys.